Number 5 is what I call the dirty dozen. And those are the types of plants that are most often using a lot of chemicals, a lot of pesticides to produce them. And pesticides are toxic to the body and toxic to the brain. And on this year's list, we have strawberries, nectarines, and blueberries, apples, grapes, and peaches, cherries, pears, and plums. And you want to check for what's going on in your region because it's going to differ between different countries, between different continents, as there's different farming practices, and also they change over time. These items can vary from year to year. And among the vegetables, we have bell pepper, hot peppers, and green beans, tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, spinach, kale, and celery. So these are the foods that you want to pay extra attention to, and either you get them organic or you pass by altogether and eat something else. Now, very often they're going to say they're still better than none. So eating sprayed toxic plants are still better than not eating them at all because plants are so good for you. Now, that's just one of those things that we've heard and they've been repeated so often that nobody really thinks about that. And for some people, that's going to be true. If they have a good tolerance against toxins, if they have a strong gastrointestinal tract, if they have a strong liver, they can probably break down those pesticides pretty well. But if you have a genetic weakness, if you have various genetic variants where you don't tolerate, where you don't break down toxins so well, then that's probably not going to be true for you. Then it's probably better to avoid them altogether. And if you have a weak microbiome, if there's an imbalance or dysfunction, now you're going to be more prone to food intolerance. You're not going to have that protective mucus layer, and you'll also be more sensitive to various forms of toxins. And the other thing to understand is that all of these pesticides, all this spraying, all these chemicals, it's a very modern thing. It's all happened basically in the last 50 years. In the previous 50,000 or a million years, there were no pesticides. So our genetic makeup, our genome has never seen pesticides. And even if one isn't going to do all that much damage, today we have hundreds and thousands of them, and that body burden starts piling on top of each other. So it's something that we really need to pay attention to and start really understanding what food is. And it always cracks me up when I go into a store and I see a little sign and a little section that says natural food. Like they have a department for natural food. And I always ask myself, if that's the natural food, then what's the rest of the store?